The Black Business Council says we must accept that the South African economy is in serious crisis. Let's talk employment, investment and global trade now. I'm joined by Kganki Mathabane, the CEO of the Black Business Council. Kganki, thank you so much for joining us in studio. All that brilliant good news you just heard there from Devin Murugan in our business report, surely that has to worry you. But let's talk about entrepreneurship in South Africa. You say finance for black businesses is the biggest impediment.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting us. Indeed, the economy is not looking good. The prospects are also not looking good. The economy is not growing. Unemployment is at its highest. Inequalities is worse. And the stimulus package that was announced in 2018 has not been necessarily being implemented fully. For example, if you look at most of the SOCs, the big SOCs have got acting CEOs and acting executives, which then means that will impact negatively on decision-making in the SOCs. But coming back to the topic, the issue of entrepreneurship is extremely important. It has been proven all over the world that if you want to grow any economy anywhere in the world, you have to focus on small business development, which means you have to support small business from a funding point of view, but also from access to markets. Hence, we've been involved with the National Treasury, and we've been disappointed in a way that the public procurement bill that is supposed to replace the PPPFA has not been moving.
Yep, because that was supposed to then focus, basically look at small black businesses and say, listen, we're going to procure from you, hence grow.
Yes, because the current PPPFA is favoring big businesses, but also we've got a market structure challenge in South Africa. Almost all the sectors, you can mention all of them, mining, financial services, anything. They are almost owned by what is called the big four, big three, big this. And that big something owns 80 to 90% of the market, which means that the small business can only compete for the remainder, which is like 10 or 15% or 20%. We've been working with the Competition Commission to say, let's increase that 10% to at least maybe 40%. We're not saying do away with the monopolies and monopolies and such, but we are saying let's open the market so that the new players can come in. Hence, we were pleased with the Minister of Telecoms when they issued the spectrum policy that seeks to affirm small businesses and open the telecoms market for small businesses.
We're looking at government as well when it comes to entrepreneurship. We've got issues such as just basic things like access, to the internet, just Wi-Fi. We've got now certain sectors in areas in certain townships. Yes, now they've got free Wi-Fi and so forth. But this is taking so long. Surely that impedes the growth of black businesses.
The big issue there is the cost of data. And if you look at other countries like Nigeria, they produce 1 gig for probably less than 10 cents. Hence, they can sell it cheaper. But our one is extremely expensive, as you know. Hence, we are happy that the spectrum, we hope, the one that is going to be given to what is called the Wireless Open Access Network, will be able to open the space so that the cost can be brought down, and then people in the rural areas can also be prioritized, because as you know, if you are in a rural area, I come from a rural area in Popo, if you want to download any document, you have to go on top of a mountain or something.
You're not going to be able to do that. As Black Business Council, what are you doing to assist young entrepreneurs? If they come knocking on your door, how do you help?
What we've done so far, because we've realized that the access to funding is the most difficult one for them, it's the biggest impediment. We have established relationships with the financial institutions, because you can imagine if you want to speak to any financial institution, any bank, you have to go via reception or branch or something. So we've established relationships. So people who need information or they want to access funding, they come to us, then we connect them with the right people. Because it's important to get to the right person. The person who, when they receive your...
Makes the decision.
They can understand it. Yeah. Otherwise, they're going to file it somewhere in the other file that you can mention.
Yeah, very true. The other, I mean, we can go on and on about this particular subject as well, because for small businesses, you need to have a business plan and so many things that they can't even afford to do in the first place. Thank you so much for coming through. Hanke Matabane, the CEO of the Black Business Council.